Hey everyone! Today's video is going to start a little different. So we're going to be starting with the deck review for this video. So as you can see, we're going to be doing the Thor deck. So starting off, we have Thor right here. On top it says Thor. On the bottom it says playing cards. And then you can see it's either a silver or a gray. And then a blue. Now this blue is going to carry over to the side, and it's going to say Thor just like the top did. And this is going to match the other side as well. And if you see right here, actually, it's just going to say Aquarius. Let you see that, maybe, right there. It's going to say that on the other side. The bottom is going to be some ad copy. The top is gonna say Marvel, but the back is gonna have three cards, and then there's gonna be some other stuff here. So you can see the back design of the cards and then two different cards. Now, if you open up this tuck flap, you can see it's gonna be blue, and then it's gonna be white. On the inside of the two small tuck flaps is gonna be white as well. And this box is going to be white on the inside as well. So, you do receive two jokers for this, but I want to show you the back design. How it's actually going to match the front of the box here. So here is your back design. One of the jokers is going to look like this, and it looks like it might be from a comic book, actually. So there's one Joker, and the other Joker is going to be just like this. So, going over the cards themselves, each of these are going to be like a comic book, sort of. But these are actually really cool. So, these are going to be all of the cards. So I decided to start off with the deck review first, actually, because what I'm going to be teaching you is going to be a little hard to do the performance, just because this is a camera and the camera catches everything. But you will see what I mean. And what we're actually going to learn today is going to be a really cool control. I don't know if I have actually come up with it. I haven't seen any videos on it when I did come up with it, but if you happen to know anything about it, please leave a comment just so I can update the description how I need to. Now, the control is going to be sort of angle sensitive, so you're going to have to really watch your angles for this one. And you can actually see the rest of the cards here. Now, if I hold them up too long, I'm afraid the video will be way too long. That's why I'm giving you time to pause the video too. And yeah, here is the deck review. Haven't done one of these in a week or so. So I forgot how long they actually take. And then after I show you these decks, I'm going to show you the last two decks. One of the decks I'm holding off until the very end to end the deck review with, and I will show you why in that video that I'm holding off on that deck review. And if no one chooses a deck review, I will go ahead and choose a deck. And yeah, we're getting right down there to the very end. And here is our last suit. And we have the last one, and that was the Thor deck review. So I hope you could actually see all of those. But if you can't, let me know, and I might actually make another video just showing them again. So let me put these away, and then I will show you the last two decks, and then I will show you what we're going to be learning. So we have X-Men, which is really cool. Okay, so X-Men, and then we have World War II movie covers and movie posters. Okay, so if you're a history buff, interested in World War II, learning about World War II, this is actually really neat. So these are the last two decks until we get to the very end. X-Men, World War II. So, what we're going to be learning today is going to be a really nice control. Now, leave a comment too, in case I didn't mention it, if you want one of the two decks for the next video. These are the Black Artisans. I have a deck review on these, I think, and if I do, I will link that in the description. So what we're going to be learning, like I've already said, is a nice control. And for this, we're going to be using not the Ace of Spades here, but the Ace of Diamonds. And then I'm going to leave that packet off to the side, and you will see why later. Okay, so for this control, here's what you're gonna do. Now, this could be a force in a way, or you could have a participant selection. So here's what you're gonna do. Let's say you're gonna be forcing this card. So you're gonna do it. So here's actually what you're gonna do. I should have planned this out beforehand. I didn't. If you want, you could do some false shuffles and or cuts to keep their card on top. If you don't know how to do any of those, I will leave a link in the description. If you wanted one of two things, you could have the participant shuffle the deck. Let's say they shuffle it, and then when they're done, you can show all of the cards are different like these. You could find whatever card you're gonna force. Let's say the Ace of Diamonds, and you're just gonna control it to the top of the pack. Now, in this case, I did a call. I will leave a link down below for the call. Another way you could do this is you're gonna be doing this move anyway, so this might be a good thing to get used to. Is before you go up to your participant, you're gonna place the top right corner of the card in this little space between your ring finger and your pinky. You're gonna close your fingers and you're gonna lower them down across the top edge of the card. And I like to take these top fingers, bring them over while keeping everything closed, and then I bring my thumb in. And this is what you are gonna be in. And now the participant can really shuffle this as much as they would like. It doesn't matter. Let's say they shuffle it. After they're done shuffling the deck, you're going to take it back and you're going to want to now hold it, okay? So it's going to be So you're going to come over and this card is going to touch the deck lined up. Your fingers on top are going to go in front. Your thumb's going to go in the back, touch the deck and the card, and if you push up a little, you're going to notice how you're going to be in this position. And this is why I didn't do a performance, because this is angle sensitive. So this is what you're going to do regardless for whether it's setup or impromptu. If you had the card palmed off, you could have it palmed like this, put it back on top. You could talk about whatever you want. I like to catch a break. So you could pinky count. I'll leave a link for that. You're going to come over the top of it like this, cover it with your hand, but your thumb is going to push off the card and it's going to go right into your pinky. And now you're just going to readjust your fingers accordingly. And notice how the card is going to be about halfway off. And then I keep my hand like this. Now, exposed view, here's what you're going to be doing. So you explain you're going to be cutting the deck, but notice when I cut and I come back up, my thumb actually grabs the card. So I can come over, complete the cut, then come back up with the card. I can pick up the deck, and you will want to watch your angles, but for this, I'm just exposing it. You're going to cut, hold on to that card, come back, grab this half, and put it on top. And this is great because now they can say stop whenever they would like. If they say stop right here, all you're going to do is you're going to move this card over to the top, move your fingers back over to it to now regrip it, and then put it down. And that moves the card to the top. Now, let's say for example, however, that you cut, you finish the cut, then they say stop. What do you do? Well, you're going to come over, okay, let's see here. Okay. Put the card on top while you grab everything to pick it up and you say, okay, let's see where you stopped. And it's going to be the card right there. And that really is the control. Okay. So it looks like you cut the deck a bunch of times, but you always keep their card. So it doesn't matter if you start off with the palm or if you get into the palm. And notice how I push the card off too when I cover everything up. And you don't want to open up your pinky and let them see a little bit of something going in. So you're going to want to have your hand closed and just put the card a little bit into your pinky. And once you grab it with the back, you can adjust it accordingly. And now you're all good. So let's say, and you're also going to hold it with your thumb each time. And notice how I don't square it up with the deck. I almost keep it like a break from the deck, like a thumb break. Okay, so it's almost like a thumb break, like this. But this is always going to do it. So, if they call out stop, okay, in the middle of a cut, so stop, you're just gonna come over, line up the card while you move your fingers across, then back and drop them. If you wanted, however, here's the card. I'm gonna come across, I'm gonna come back, and then I'm gonna dribble. You could do that as well. Now, let's say for example, you cut again, and then they say stop. Well, you're gonna take the hand with the card, come on top, and all at once, you're gonna drop with the pinky and lift up with the hand. And that's gonna load the card on top. If you wanted, however, you could try to time it so when they say stop, the card is already on top. So let's say we cut and I say, okay, go ahead and call out stop whenever. So this time I'm gonna load the card on top. Stop. Okay. And right there, the card is loaded on top. So that's something you could try as well. Now, you might remember I had a packet of cards over here. This is because you can do this with more than one card. It is a little more difficult, but it is possible. So you're gonna be in the same grip, and to get into it like with one card, it doesn't matter. You might need a break under 4 cards, whatever. But you're going to want to be more careful this time because you do have a thick packet of cards. Cards could slide across, cards could drop. There's a bunch of stuff that could happen. So, and this is going to work just as before, and you'll see how I have trouble keeping the double together when I cut everything. So that's another thing you're going to want to play around with. So I moved my thumb down quite far just to give me enough room to cut, but also hold on. So if they call out stop here, you're just going to line everything on top, either drop it down, or you could go ahead and dribble it down. Or if you wanted, so we will hold it like this, you could cut, and then when they say stop, you say, okay, let's see where you called out stop. Put the cards on top, lift up, and say, okay, you stopped at the 4 aces. And that really is the control. So I think that's going to be the video for today. I hope you really enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think about this control and if you have ever seen this before. And if you have, leave a comment in the description just so I can update this. If you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to pick out one of the 2 deck reviews, or I will do that. And I will see you next time with another video. Bye.